Our first speaker is Amjad Al Sabbah, who is going to be addressing the potential of AI and data-driven marketing. And he is Amjad Al Sabbah, the Regional Director of KSA and North Gulf at Sprinklr. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him. Come on the stage. Amjad is a marketer turned into a customer experience activist. He is a strategic customer experience expert known for challenging leaders and organizations to evolve and develop. Notable for creating success stories in Forbes' top 100 companies in the Middle East, Amjad is a forthright and results-driven leader with a transformational mindset. Over to you, Amjad.
What a session this morning with these great CMOs. Data, culture, connecting, amazing insights that we've heard from these gentlemen this morning. Can anyone recognize this building? Has anyone been to this building or any idea? So this is the Eye Museum in Amsterdam. And I had the privilege of visiting this museum a couple of months ago. What's astonishing about this museum is that it carries massive amount of collectibles, from film to photos to books, all from around 125 years ago, been collected all over this time. And to be exact, it's got around 37,000 titles, 60,000 posters, 700,000 photos, and around 20,000 books. And why am I telling you this? Is because if you have this collection, if it's going to be digitized today, it will be around, as per the calculation that I was given, around 272,000 gigabytes worth of data. 272,000 gigabytes worth of data in today's world is around 0.01% of what is the data produced on the internet today. And if you want to take it to a time kind of measurement, time metric, it's about 8.64 seconds of data produced in one day. Now, why am I referring to this size, and why am I talking about the size of data? Simply because I want to just bring to your attention the amount of insights that can be extracted from this kind of data. It's very straightforward in terms of how people are volunteering data today. 1 minute on the internet during this year is around, if you look at the statistics, you're looking at 24,000 points of data shared on Facebook, 4,000 or 5,000 points of data shared on Twitter, and so the same thing goes with the rest of the social media channels. But what does that mean to us in terms of how do we extract those insights? It's not only about demographics and psychographics. It's also about intentions. It's also about sentiment. It's also about location. It's about impact. It's about influence. That's the real value of data today. And then I go and ask the question again to our, marketeers, to the CMOs who are here this morning. What do you do with this data? How do you utilize it? How do you distill it to make your own decisions? And obviously the answer is you cannot do this manually. You got to do it using artificial intelligence. And I would add AI as two important letters to the role of today's CMO, because CMOs have also to understand how AI works, or at least how AI can drive value for you as a marketing professional. And, at Sprinklr, we've been mastering AI for the past 7 years. we extract around 1 billion messages a day from the social and digital channels, allowing us to give our customers and our partners massive amounts of data that are structured, that allows them obviously to make these kind of decisions. And I will show you an example today, specifically from the airline industry. So how do you unlock the power of AI? Obviously, you do it through listening to these channels. You take it and you benchmark what your competitors are doing, what your own channels are doing, what your partner channels are doing, your detractors, your influencers. That's how you take this data and you use it for making decisions. Another way is obviously reporting on your advertising. You're reporting on your paid, owned, and earned media. By having all that data also, it's allowing you to make better decisions. A very important source of data that we today somehow ignore is your own call centers, your own care agents. People call to make complaints. They call to purchase, to make requests. Transcripting these voice calls that come in into readable format allows the AI to basically extract this data and also lay it down. So it's multi-verticals coming to your screen, allowing you to obviously make decisions based on these insights that are driven from data. So if we go back again to the role of CMOs, like the gent said in this morning, it's no longer about communication. It's more about value creation and how you basically drive revenue growth and how you drive this customer journey. And they're more actually, the new CMO role is more about encompassing all this data and allowing it to to break down the silos in the traditional organizations, allowing all these departments to work together. They're value creators more than what they used to be 10 or 15 years ago. So I used to work in marketing. I worked in advertising actually for a couple of years, for 10 years, and I switched to marketing. And I can totally relate to what the ex-president of Pepsi said about, that it used to take them a year to produce a TV commercial. And now what they can do in a few months with content is massively more impactful and more powerful, multiplied by reach and engagement. So even the budgets that were spent on conventional advertising in the old days has completely shifted. We used to, when I was in the advertising world, we used to fly halfway through the world on a project that's 6 or 8 months long to shoot a TV commercial, and then take it live on TV and just wait for the reports from the research companies to tell us if our ad performed or not based on viewership. We used to do traditional research to understand whether our ads did well or not. And another thing that I wanted to share with you is, before I got into tech, I used to work as the head of marketing and innovations at Sky News Arabia in Abu Dhabi. And once the CEO came to me and he says, Amjad, we're working across all the Middle East region, and I would like us to understand the, data, or not data, there was no data. I wanted to understand, what do the different audiences in different countries think about the way that Sky News Arabia produces the news? I said, okay, normally, coming from an advertising and marketing background, we said, let's go hire a research agency. We can do some focus groups and try to understand, what do these different markets in Saudi, in Lebanon, in Egypt, in Oman, in Kuwait think about the way Sky News delivers news. So we did that. We hired an agency, And the whole exercise took us around 7-8 months. We spent around $500,000 doing those focus group and surveys. And then we were given a booklet, this thick, with all the analysis from the research, from all this research that was done. You open the book and it's all the information is already information that you know. So we just took that book and threw it in the bin because it's not relevant. Data today, if it's not real time, it's not worth it. Consumers change their mindset every single day. Consumers change their behavior every single day. If you are not keeping tab on how customers are moving and talking and volunteering that kind of data, you're definitely not, you're not at the optimized point of that decision making. So the old way of conventional marketing, it was all about having a big strategy, test it with the consumer, you put it to focus groups, comes back, and then you obviously adjust it and you move forward. Today, it's about micro little strategies. It's about starting with a point of view, planning it, designing it, launching it. And with the use of AI, you are able to test, go back, adjust, and then, adjust your strategy, bring it back, because AI allows you to be extremely agile, because AI allows you to react quicker, because you have real-time data that allows you to make faster decisions. And that's the beauty of why AI is important to CMOs today. Obviously, there is lots of talk about how this, I don't want to continue talking about the changing role of the CMO. I think we heard enough about it. The thing to point out is how important data is for not only for the CMO, but every single stakeholder in an organization. Traditionally, in organizations, different departments are broken down into silos because they're not talking to each other. They're using different tools. They're using different technology. What we're saying today is that all these main stakeholders in an organization have to be on the same kind of technology so that they are able to share data and they are able to talk to each other, breaking down the traditional silos between organizations. I have 3 stories, but I'm going to only share one because I only have 3.5 minutes to go. And it's a story that will give you a bit of idea on how AI could work with marketing and the way we use it, and we work on it with some of our customers. So we have something called smart content intelligence. Smart content intelligence is about 2 things. It's about the what of content, and it's about the how of content. When we talk about the what of content, we're talking about, things like the quality of the theme as a theme, modernization as a theme, adventure as a theme. And when we talk about the how of the tone, of the content tone, it's about, being something like curious, grateful, urgent if you're doing, an offer, for example, limited offer. So here's a dashboard, okay, where AI has analyzed 2 things. The first thing on the left side, you see that the AI has extracted, the type of content that is being produced by this airline. The top 3 themes are motivation, scarcity, and news. On the right side is what the AI has detected over the past 2 years that's been working for this airline. And you will only see that the first option is only the one that's matching. The second 2 are not. The first is motivation, which corresponds with the current, theme. But the second and the third are about excellence and praise versus scarcity and news. Take this and transform it into a campaign. On the left side is using their thought and their point of view on the theme. You will see the kind of performance. So they're talking about limited time offers, which are obviously not working. If you look on the left side, the engagement is quite low. When you take in the information from the AI, which says that your theme needs to be about excellence and praise, you get times 200 in terms of engagement. And this is true. When you talk about your new planes, when you talk about, an inspirational or the excellence of, the investments they made into their own planes. And this is an international airline, not a local airline. So that's the kind of, difference that you can see from using AI and data-driven insights to drive your campaigns. On the same topic, also, when we talk about content tones, on the left side, it's about the tone that you are using for your existing campaign. It says it's about, being encouraging, it's about being urgent, and it's about being factual. The AI also detected what has worked previously for this airline. Encouraging is correct, but the second and third options are different from what the campaign theme is about. It's about being factual as a second, and this third one is about, being admirational. If you take this to campaign level again, you drill down. Before AI, look at the engagement. You're talking about a factual and urgent tone, talking about the foundation of success or talking about numbers, versus making content that is grateful, joyous, and an admiring tone. You obviously have a massive difference also again. And that's the power of AI. That's how AI and data allows you as a marketeer and a marketing professional drive excellence when it comes to marketing. Just a quick overview of what are the capabilities. Obviously, it starts with planning, being able to listen and work with the top social media channels, web sources, using AI to extract 7 layers of AI at Sprinklr that allows you to extract this kind of data. And then obviously executing this through the asset manager, allowing the asset manager by AI also to propose for you certain content that is already in there. That's how powerful it can go. And then you can go obviously into publishing analysis, all on the same kind of platform. My messages to you are first of all, we know that post-pandemic, the world has changed in terms of data consumption and actually volunteering data. We know that every business needs to change, and we also have to leverage the 3 V's of data: volume, velocity, and variety. And finally, it's really about delivering great customer experiences, because when you understand insight, when you understand how to derive insight from data, that allows you to provide a seamless customer experience for your customers, and basically making them happier than they are. Thank you.